What's cooking at Welcome Home? We're so glad to have with us today John Rivers of Four Rivers Barbecue. John, welcome back.
Thank you, Barbara. It's a
Not
pleasure.
only Four Rivers Barbecue, but now we have what's getting ready to happen. Tell us about the Coop.
Our newest concept is about to launch. It's called the Coop.
Yes.
And it's all about just Southern comfort foods.
I love that. I love comfort and I love Southern. So we're in good shape. And where is the location?
The location is in Winter Park, just a block off Park Avenue on the corner of Pennsylvania and Morse.
Okay, good. So we're excited that that's getting ready to open up sometime, maybe
Probably
end of March or April.
End of March, beginning of May. If I can stay out of the way of construction, let them do their job, they'll finish up.
Well, we're excited. You know, I love barbecue, but I was brought up on Coop type food. So that's going to be one of my favorite places probably to eat.
Thank you, and that's why we're doing it. It's just stuff I grew up eating.
Good. And speaking of growing up eating comfort foods, you're going to be giving us a recipe today for something that we can make at home. You know, summertime's coming, the spring, here we are in the midst of spring, and we love deviled eggs because that's all a part of picnicking and summertime.
Absolutely.
But you've got a recipe that not only you fix at the restaurant, but we can fix at home.
You can fix at home, and that's the whole purpose of all this home comfort cooking. You know, one of the first things to do is to start out by, a lot of people, they struggle with making boiled eggs.
I cannot do a perfect boiled egg. I cannot. Never have, never will, unless you help me.
I'm going to teach you a fail-safe, easy way to do it.
Good,
First thing to do is start with actually cold water. Not hot water, not boiling.
Okay.
And what you want to do is you put your eggs in cold water, and you want to fill water up about 1 inch over the egg. And one way to measure that is put your finger in over it, and if the water goes between your two knuckles, typically that's about 1 inch.
Okay.
Bring it to a boil.
Okay.
Once it gets to a boil, cover it up and take it off the heat.
Really?
And you're going to let it sit there between 10 and 12 minutes.
Okay.
What's beautiful about this, you can't overcook them because your residual heat is reducing to a point where it actually stops cooking.
Okay,
So even if you left it and you forgot it and came back, you're still going to be okay.
Nice.
That's one thing. Now the second thing to do, now when it's done, what you want to do is you drain your water out, And it's very important. You ever notice how sometimes your shells really stick to the egg when you're cracking it?
They always stick, always. Now, I have been told, and I see this in the lovely bowl of ice, occasionally I'll put my eggs in the freezer for a couple of minutes.
Okay, well, you're doing the same thing.
Okay.
First thing that a lot of people don't know about is you want to crack your eggs. So I keep them right in here.
Now, why are you doing that?
What you're doing, you want to let that cold water permeate under the shell and separate the membrane from the actual egg itself. It's that membrane that makes it stick.
All these technical terms. I didn't even know an egg had a membrane.
How funny. So we're going to put it in there.
Okay.
And you let it sit for another good 10, 15 minutes.
Nice.
Okay.
Okay.
And it is ready to go for you. Now, another trick, the third trick, is actually peeling it. And if you have a hard time, my wife, she does it under running water, and it works just fine.
Okay.
But one of the things that you want to do is just put it flat and roll your hand over it.
Now, you didn't leave them in the water, the cold water, very long.
Correct. We don't have that long.
Oh, okay. But normally you would leave them in for what?
A good 10, 15 minutes.
15 minutes, okay.
And you're fine. And you see how you cracked it all the way around?
Yes.
So now when you now peel it, everything should come off. Now, it'll make a big difference once it's sitting in there.
Nice, nice. That's perfect. It comes off so easily.
So now let's go ahead. Now we'll make deviled eggs with it.
Okay.
Beautiful thing too about eggs is you can make them and they hold so very long. I tell you what, I'll put everything together. And if you help me with the mixing, it'd be great.
All right.
Now, deviled eggs, and its very core basic is just mayonnaise, mustard, maybe some pickles and some onions. And there are a million recipes based on what you grew up with and what you like. Now, the one I'm going to share today is more the one that we developed for the Coop. It's a little fancier than typically what you would want to do at home, but a couple of things. You want to peel your let these go cold, and that's another nice way to help get the yellow out of it. And take all the yellow out of your whites. Now, one thing that we do is we cut just a little bit of flat on the bottom, and that helps them sit still.
Interesting. What do you mean you cut? You actually cut it with a knife?
See it sliced right here?
Yeah.
So it's just nice and even. Yep.
Little tricks of the trade here with John Rivers.
That'll help it from rolling around.
Okay.
Okay, you can pop those out. Okay. Now you can just add all of your ingredients to it. Now you got to have mayonnaise is probably one of your most traditional.
Now, can you use light mayonnaise, or are you using the real
yes,
thing? It's
yes.
okay to use
absolutely.
light? That's all I buy anymore is light mayonnaise.
Oh yes, you know,
Okay.
you can kind of go what your taste is.
Yeah.
A mustard is pretty core. I'm using a Grey Poupon
Yes,
today.
Dijon.
Yes, and get
Little
a
spicier.
little bit more flavor to it
Yes.
this way. And all of these pieces that you're adding just keep adding a little bit more and more flavor to it. Now you can use any type of dill pickle, and you see how small we dice this, because you think about it. This is going to be a cream. And you don't want big chunks. Now, one of my secret ingredients is I add just a little bit of goat cheese.
That's ridiculous. That is so yummy. I never would have known, but that's what makes it taste so good. Goat cheese.
And just a little bit of scallions. Okay. Some parsley, some salt, pepper.
Wonderful.
Okay.
Smells good.
Why don't you go ahead and start mixing that up?
Well, do I know how to turn on the mixer? That might be the first thing I need to learn how to do. Whoa, is that okay? Am I doing all right?
Yeah, you're fine. Keep it on low.
Okay.
There you go. I'm going to add just a touch of cayenne.
Sorry about that.
That's okay.
Do you have any of these already done in case I don't do a good job here?
You're doing fine.
All
That's
right.
good. That's good. All right, so we're going to mix all this up.
All right.
Now you want to get it into your egg whites now. Okay. So the easiest way to do that is use a little pipette bag. Okay. Now if you don't have this at home, which is not a big deal, just get a Ziploc bag
Okay.
and cut the corner off.
Ah, very
and just,
good.
You know, put all of your egg yolk filling
John,
in
you
here.
have the best little tricks of the trade of anybody. I love cooking with you. I feel like I know what I'm doing when I'm
thank
with
you.
John Rivers. And let me tell you the other reason we need to be doing things like this. Our children need to be in the kitchen with us, and our families, and it just brings people together. And we're all about home and making home a better place with Jesus at the center, of course.
Absolutely.
So this is so cool. Love this.
You think about the only miracle that was in all 4 books was feeding the 5,000.
There you go.
I think there's something
That's
about
right. That's right.
you know,
Food. The
food.
importance of food. That's beautiful.
Get it in there.
Lovely.
Nice and pretty. Stack it up.
Nice.
All right, now we'll go ahead and the last trick. I love to serve them on a little bed of lettuce.
I appreciate you having the bed of lettuce that matches our
Yes,
kitchen
that was
set.
very
Thank you.
intentional. We
That
looked
was very
ahead.
nice. We're into green and white now here at Welcome Home.
And then
Beautiful.
put just one last little touch, a little bit of sriracha on the top to give it both color, nice little red dot.
So that's not
Yeah.
Tabasco.
No, it's
What is
called
that?
sriracha.
I don't know what that is.
It's just a different type of pepper
Okay.
that's made. It is a hot sauce.
But it is like Tabasco.
Yes.
Just a little bit thicker.
Yes.
That is so beautiful.
And that is it. And
Oh,
it's just
it is
gorgeous to
just
do.
lovely. John Rivers, love that. Love having you in the kitchen
you.
with us here at Welcome Home. And viewers, we hope that this will give you yet another opportunity to be in the kitchen with your families, with your husbands, with your children, and to be able to do something so that we can have one of the very best picnics that we can this summer. So thanks again, John.
Thank
God
you,
bless
Barbara.
you.
God bless.